Guys, please do not believe in knowledge. Please do not stuff your head with knowledge. Do not rely on knowledge. Knowledge in language, studying English, is not super important. Of course, if you're elementary, if you're just starting, if you don't know much, you cannot say anything, and things like this, knowledge is important. Of course it is important, you need to get as much knowledge as possible, because if you practice it a little bit, it becomes your skill. But if you are intermediate or upper, or even pre-intermediate, like strong pre-intermediate, knowledge for you doesn't mean much. Of course it's okay to feed your brain and give your brain something to think about, and feed your consciousness and give this knowledge and light of understanding to your brain. It's good, because we're adults, we're clever, we know we need to have certain information and things to think about, we need to use our brain. But when we speak, we do not use our knowledge, we do not use our head, we do not use our brain. We use our intuition, our feeling, our subconsciousness. We do not think about the language. If we are in a situation that involves emotion, like in real life situation, not in the classroom situation when we can just and think. But if we really have to think on our feet in real life, we forget about everything. We just about grammar, about correct and incorrect. We just say whatever we can say on that in that second. So we feed our brain, and then when we speak from feeling. And that's why knowledge is not important, because it goes into the brain, and this is not the place from which we speak. So do not rely too much on knowledge. And actually, the higher your level is, once again, the less important, the less valuable the knowledge is, because you can easily get more information about the language, but still speak on the same level if you are pre-intermediate or intermediate or advanced or things like this. The higher you are, the less valuable it is. So what is important? What is super, super important for you to feel that you have your speaking has changed? It's feed subconsciousness. Feed your subconsciousness. Make sure that the information that you receive goes deeper and stays in your feeling, in your intuition. And how do you do that? Through repetition, through saying or listening or reading the same thing over and over again. And there are methods, there are courses in this, in this world, in which people have to just listen to certain dialects over and over again, many times every day, many weeks in a row, the same dialect, one little dialect for many weeks in a row. And then another dialect and another, and by the end of the year they open their mouth, and the language of those dialects just comes up naturally. They don't try to remember this language. Оно само всплывает, because the people heard it so many times, because they don't need to think about it. They feel it. They feel these phrases and what they mean and how they can change them and everything. So it's possible to learn English without studying it, without analyzing it, without giving food for your thought. But we're not taking this approach. Our approach is understand, see how it works, then practice. And now I'm telling you, if you just practice it a little bit, you will not remember it long. You will not be able to use it skillfully, you will use it well. So if you want to really know it, to really be able to use it, I want you to repeat after me and repeat that language that I have prepared for you many times. Actually, more times than I'm asking you. If I'm asking you, one step says, do it once, well, it's the minimum for us to see, okay, you have done something, thank you. But the reality of the situation is you have to listen to the same file, 5 times, 7 times. Every day, a lot of listening, and a lot of just speaking and saying it out loud. I know it's kind of almost impossible for you and things like that, but I'm talking about the technology, and this is the right technology when you repeat things many times, because repetition gets you there. It makes sure the knowledge that you have here becomes this feeling. And if something becomes a feeling and you just feel this is the right way, and you don't need to think about how to correctly say it, this feeling will stay with you for like ever. Like, it's hard to forget this kind of knowledge. It's easy to forget the knowledge that is in your head. It's impossible to forget the knowledge that is in your intuition through a lot of repetition. So repetition is king. Please do not believe in knowledge. Believe in repetition. When your mind is off and your heart, your feeling, your intuition is working. God bless.